No one tells you this, but if she talks to you every day and still chooses another man, it's because you were never the man she feared losing. You were the comfort, not the choice. You know this story. She replies fast. She laughs at your jokes. She tells you about her day, her stress, her childhood memories. She says you're different. She says you're safe. She even says, "I don't know what I'd do without you." But when it comes to commitment, when it comes to introducing someone as her man, when it comes to choosing one person, she chooses someone else. And you're left confused. How can someone emotionally connect with you and still pick another guy? Here's what's really happening. Attention is not attachment. Emotional sharing is not romantic investment. Just because she talks to you doesn't mean she sees you as her future. Sometimes you're just the emotional cushion while she chases the emotional spark somewhere else. Psychologically, this often becomes a validation loop. You give her reassurance, stability, listening ears. You regulate her emotions. You calm her anxiety. You boost her confidence. Your presence makes her feel valued. But attraction doesn't grow from safety alone. It grows from polarity, uncertainty, tension, and perceived value. If she has an anxious attachment style, she may crave reassurance and constant communication. You become her secure base. But if she's also drawn to avoidant or unpredictable men, the dopamine spike she feels from chasing someone emotionally distant can override the comfort you provide. Your consistency becomes predictable. The other man's unpredictability becomes addictive. Dopamine doesn't respond strongly to what is guaranteed. It spikes around what might be lost. And here's the uncomfortable truth: if she feels she already has you, she doesn't have to choose you. You're emotionally available. You're loyal. You're waiting. So there's no urgency. Attraction often lives in perceived scarcity, not unlimited access. Now let's go deeper. When a woman talks to you but chooses another man, it often means she feels emotionally safe with you but sexually and romantically activated by him. Safety and arousal are not always triggered by the same person. This is not about you being better or worse. It's about how she experiences emotional chemistry. You may be fulfilling her need for emotional security. He may be fulfilling her need for excitement, status, dominance, or mystery. And if she hasn't matured enough to integrate both safety and attraction in one person, she'll split them between two. You become the therapist. He becomes the thrill. And here's where most men sabotage themselves. Instead of pulling back when they see this dynamic, they double down. They text more. They try harder. They become more available. They over-explain their value. They overgive. They overinvest. They think, if I show her how good I am, she'll realize. But attraction is not negotiated through effort. It's felt through emotion. Overinvesting lowers perceived value. Not because kindness is weak, but because desperation is loud. And people are subconsciously repelled by someone who has no boundary around their own access. If you accept crumbs, you teach someone that crumbs are enough. Now let's be honest about gender psychology without blaming either side. Many men bond through loyalty and consistency. If they talk daily, share emotionally, and spend time, they start seeing that woman as theirs. Communication equals commitment in their mind. Many women, on the other hand, can separate emotional conversation from romantic decision-making. They can deeply enjoy talking to you and still not see you as the man they want to build with. For men, connection often equals progression. For women, connection does not automatically equal selection. Selection is influenced by perceived strength, boundaries, lifestyle, confidence, and how a man makes her feel about herself when he's not chasing her. If she senses that you need her more than she needs you, the power dynamic shifts. And attraction struggles in imbalance. Power dynamics are not about control. They're about who feels emotionally dependent. The one who fears losing the other more usually invests more. And the one who invests more often feels less desired. It's painful, but it's real. Now here's the part you won't like. If she talks to you but chooses another man, you probably ignored red flags. You accepted situationship energy. You allowed emotional intimacy without clarity. You stayed in ambiguity because you hoped it would turn into commitment. You didn't want to risk losing her, so you avoided defining the relationship. You played it cool. You waited. You tried to be understanding. But indecision is still a decision. When you don't require clarity, you signal that access to you is cheap. This doesn't mean you should become cold or manipulative. It means you should stop rewarding confusion. A mature dynamic doesn't require guessing games. If someone is genuinely into you, they reduce your anxiety, not increase it. Here's the shift in perspective. Her choosing someone else is not proof that you weren't enough. It's proof that the dynamic wasn't aligned. You were playing two different emotional games. You were building. She was exploring. You were bonding. She was comparing. And once you see that clearly, the obsession starts fading. Because you realize you were trying to win a competition you didn't even agree to enter. The real power move is not trying to outshine the other man. It's stepping out of triangles entirely. If someone wants you as an option, remove yourself as an option. Not dramatically. Not angrily. Quietly. When your attention is no longer guaranteed, the dynamic changes. And even if she never comes back, your self-respect stays intact. Stop measuring your value by who someone else selects. Attraction is subjective. But self-respect is not. Work on becoming a man or woman whose life feels full without chasing inconsistent energy. Regulate your emotions. Strengthen your boundaries. Build a routine, purpose, social circle, physical health. Not to impress someone, but to reduce dependency on romantic validation. When you are not emotionally starving, you stop accepting emotional leftovers. And if she talks to you but chooses another man, let that be information, not a wound. Because the right connection will not require you to compete for basic commitment. Sometimes the closure you're begging for is simply this: you were available, and they weren't choosing you. And the moment you truly accept that, you stop trying to convince someone to see your worth. You start acting like it.